Today, I'm Catwoman, and I'm going to be taking you into the Batcave and showing you how I created this Batcave in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I am so excited for this video, and let's get into it. The first thing that I did to create the Batcave was make this bat symbol rug, and this actually took so long. So if you want to create this, I would definitely recommend taking the day to just do this first, because it might be a lot of work. And I had help from my husband and my little brother. I was looking at a reference photo. I used a lot of symbols. I used all 50 layers to create this bat symbol, and it was a lot of work, but I really needed it to really drive home the Batman aesthetic, and I think it came out amazing. As you can see, we used black wallpaper. We used the Starry Night windows to create that really cool Gotham City effect where he's kind of like up in the mountains and the city is outside. Everything had to be black, so we're using black cabinets, black flooring, black wallpaper, black couch, black lighting, just a lot of black items. Then I thought to really create that Batcave aesthetic, I wanted to have a little bit of variety of the little areas, because if you've ever watched any Batman things, if you're a Batman fan, you know that the Batcave kind of has a lot going on. And since this room is not that big, we have to create that aesthetic by making little areas. So one nook is going to be like the area where the Batmobile is. One nook is going to be where all of the technology is. And we're going to add in a lot of cool elements to give this aesthetic that he's watching the city. So this area here at first was going to be a bar, and I decided instead to make it our little tech area. So we're going to remove everything that's there, and we're going to go in with a bunch of TV screens and make it look like this is like the workstation with all of the Batcave tech items, all the bat tech items. Items that I really loved to use here were the Oswaldian Art Deco columns. I used them on the door side and the other side as well. And then where the columns were, I filled it in with the oil lamps and a bunch of plaques to give it that rich aesthetic, right? Bruce Wayne might have some emblems that represent his family. He might have some artwork on the walls. And we also have the Nightmare Before Christmas formulas chalkboard, like that blackboard. And if you ever played Arkham Origins, the Batman video game, in the Batcave he has a board just like this, like a very cool blackboard that gives early Batman, you know, writing things down, you know, being the best detective in the world, like figuring things out. So I wanted to add that in as well. And I started to love how this was coming out. I'm just gonna make adjustments and put different things on the televisions to give it that aesthetic that he's like working some crimes and, you know, figuring things out. So maybe one has like a map on it. So I tried to get the backgrounds that would look the best, that look the most mysterious. On the other side, I put some of the Ratatouille rolling kitchen carts and some artwork, and I thought this would be cute as like a little bar area, because of course Bruce is gonna have his bar area with some fancy cocktails and bottles. So I made some potions and used those as our beverages. I also used the kitchen storage shelves that has the wine bottles on the wall. Like I said, I added some cool little aesthetic things like the armor plates and some artwork and things like that, the gold plates and things that make it look really fancy in the room. First, I had to go in with some mannequins, and we had to create our iconic Batman characters. Bruce Wayne, we're gonna do Alfred Pennyworth, and of course Selena Kyle, Batwoman, wow, Catwoman. No, not Batwoman, Catwoman. And so I started out with two mannequins, one that would be Bruce, and then we decorated my male character as Alfred with the salt and pepper hair, the mustache, and the suit. And I thought it looked so freaking cool to have have an Alfred mannequin right next to the couch to give it that aesthetic that he's waiting on Batman. And then in front of the couch, I have a table with a phone on it because I feel like that would be so Batman, right? Like the classic Batman phone where he's just waiting for like Gordon to call him up, like, hey, come to this crime scene. You know what I'm saying? Like very comic book. And as you can see, we have a fireplace as well. I use the frozen fireplace that has a little emblem on it because I feel like the little crest looks really fancy. Like maybe he has like the Wayne crest on the fireplace. And then next to the fireplace, we have our little Batmobile area. So we have the Oswaldian car, and then I put the Nightmare Before Christmas street grate, the floor grate, under the car, and I think it makes it look so realistic. I went and I crafted some shelves, excuse me, not shells. And then on the shelves, I'm gonna put some really cool items that look like they're car items, like mechanic items. So a manual, a wheel, a couple of iron items, and that one piece that looks like a ring, that it's like a steel ring, just to make it look like these are pieces to fix the car, like they're working on the Batmobile in the corner there. I thought that really made it look so legit. And then I also added one of these covered art pieces with the sheet that's covering it because I thought maybe it would look like a photo of his family, like maybe his parents, that, you know, it's painful for him to see, so it's covered up with a sheet just to give it a more realistic feel that like Bruce Wayne is in this house, he's in this room, this is his aesthetic. And then I just went in with other items like the little robot items, some melted candles. It's a very simple vibe, but all together when it's done, it looks absolutely incredible. Like I feel like you really get the feeling that this is the Batcave. When I was finished, I was so happy with it. So then after we finished this, I decided to make Catwoman. And for Catwoman, there's so many items in this game that really give that Catwoman aesthetic. I wish we had like a bat suit that I could do, like some type of black superhero costume with a black cape. I think that would look so cool. So I went in and created Catwoman, and we just used the, you know, cat ears, all black outfit, short black hair, and I think it looks so cool.